This is Marc Goldberg from Marc Vlogs Watches, and I feel a little sad about the couple videos that I've had to make in the last few days. This one, which we'll talk about in a moment, but the Paul Thorpe video is what I'm referring to first. So have a look at that if you haven't seen it. And then there's the topic of this video, which is, it's not, this video is not so much about Archieluxury as it is Paul Pluta, the method actor playing Archieluxury, or Archieluxury, the method actor playing Paul Pluta. And by the way, Archie and Paul have confused one another. They are like little snow globe heads with little ideas, you know, like floating around. Neither of them knows who the other is anymore, and I think in the end they're one and the same little person. So yeah, I have unsubscribed. Last night I unsubscribed from both of Paul's Archie's channels. And listen, I think you should check them out if you love them. I think you should stay on there. I'm not suggesting that there should be any kind of a boycott. I'm not like that. I don't think that's fair. I'm just talking about my personal experience. And actually, the reason I said I'm sad about this is that I have been a loyal Archieluxury fan for a very, very long time. And nobody is perfect. My channel is a piddly little, fun thing for me. Paul's is a more serious business venture, and I would never attempt to interfere with anybody's primary means of income and making a business. So once again, I'm not suggesting that you should think about getting off of Paul's channel. I'm just telling you the things that affected me. So in talking about Paul, I want to discuss what I consider sort of like the good, the bad. I'm a dog trainer. Do you hear the knucklehead? Yeah. Oh, that reminds me. Quick wristwatch check. Tudor, Pelagos, blue, in titanium. Really cool clasp on this watch, which is adjustable. I'll have it off. Let's take a quick look at that, because after all, isn't this all about watches? Okay, so there's the Pelagos. Now I have reviewed this watch, and you'll find a review video. It's one of the first videos I ever made. So, poke around my channel. Oh, please like, please subscribe. Why do I always forget to tell you to do that? Please subscribe to my channel. I would appreciate it, because then we can do this again. And then here is the clasp. It's a super nice clasp, and you can see these markings on there, the little circles. So, and that little dot, well, this is adjustable. You just open it up, and it's not quite as elegant as the modern Rolex glide lock, but it's pretty close. It's not bad, because I can pull this down and then move, pull down and move it in and out. So I can put this into one of, you'll notice, 3 designated positions at the top, 1, 2, 3, and then those little ones. After that, I can make it free floating. That's intended to allow you to put it on a wetsuit. Anyway, back to why did I unsubscribe Archieluxury, a guy who I've subscribed to for several years now. I'm on his fridge. By the way, I don't think Archie's going to be watching this, because I don't think Archie watches anything that's not himself or TGV. But if you know Archie, you can tell him, Archie, you can take me off the fridge. I haven't paid for it in probably 2 years. And he left me up there, which I've always thought is a really nice thing, but now I'm kind of embarrassed to have my name up there, frankly. And I'll tell you about the good, the bad, and the ugly. I got some notes, so you'll see me looking down from time to time to look at them. First, I'm going to start with the good things about Archie, and I think that there are lots of them. He's an important channel for many of us, because what he has done is, with his antics, and if you haven't found him, you should go look, and if you like him, subscribe. He inspired many of us to want good watches and to understand the difference between a proper good watch. It's gotta hurt, fuckers. He's an Australian who cusses a lot. So I'm an American who cusses a lot, so that's fine with me. But a good watch has to hurt, meaning the price. You can't buy something at the store and spend a few $100s on it and expect to get a really high quality watch. A good watch is going to be a little painful to buy. It's like plucking a nose hair. It's going to sting, but only for a little while, and then the good results last for a really long time. So that is really one of the best things about Archie, is that he inspired us to want good watches. Another really critical and good point about Archie is that he stresses and has really tried to drum into the public the importance of buying good quality watches used, never to buy retail, never to buy from the authorized dealer, in very rare exceptions, which I won't go into. That's another video someday I'll make. But Archie has really stressed buying on the used market. And that's because, just like a car, there will be a quick and hard and painful depreciation when you walk out of the authorized dealer. Now, yeah, a lot of people say, well, I don't intend to ever sell it. Well, that's what you say until you come home and find another man in your bed, and then shit happens, okay? The roof falls in, the wife gets pregnant, the girlfriend gets pregnant, the wife doesn't know about the girlfriend, and now the girlfriend's pregnant and the wife's pregnant. I mean, there is a lot of shit that can happen that could make you say, fuck, you know, I need some quick cash, okay? So, I know you don't intend to sell your watch. That's great, but talk to your buddies. How many of them got divorced and saw it coming and planned ahead? Nobody does. So, or the furnace fails. There's a lot of stuff. The layoff, the international takeover of your corporation, the phasing out of your livelihood. There's a lot of things that could happen. You don't want to be the schmuck who took that giant hard hit of depreciation on your watch. Let some idiot take that who doesn't watch Archie. And then when you purchase it on the used market, you don't have to hold it for 10 to 15 years waiting for your value to catch up to what you paid. You hold it 2 or 3 years and you're even. And even if you have to sell it almost immediately, you would lose something, but it won't be completely outrageous. So he taught us to buy used, and he talked to us about sources. You'll hear commercials for Jewelers on Time on his channel. I'm not even sure they pay for them at this point, because I didn't pay for my fridge for years. However, it's a very good, it's a public service really that Paul Pluta, Archie, has done, introducing us to Kenny Nguyen and Jewelers on Time, because Kenny is a class act. Let me tell you what, Kenny is a guy you can trust. There are multiple, he's like Paul Thorpe really, except for he's American. Kenny Nguyen, Jewelers on Time, he is in California. You can look him up. Or if you join our Facebook group, Modern Day Watch Enthusiasts, then you'll run into Kenny there. He's quite active. So that's a good thing that, that Paul and Archieluxury had done. Another thing is he has really drummed the necessity of us buying, when we buy Rolex, which is the favorite brand, it's the favorite brand because it's like money in the bank. It's like keeping your $5,000. You know, if you buy a Rolex, no, it's not the best watch made. There are watches that are horologically, that are far more important, but Rolex is the gold standard for ease of sale, okay? So if you have a Patek, you're gonna get stuck with it trying to find the right buyer. If you have a Rolex, you could sell it in 15 minutes. Anyway, Rolex Steel Sports is something that Paul has hammered over and over again, and the reason is they're collectible, they're robust, they're easy to buy, they're easy to sell, they retain their value, they're hard to hurt. So that is a really terrific service that he has provided. He tells us to stick with the icons, such as the Submariner, and in other brands it would be like in Omega, the only one he likes is the Man on the Moon Speedmaster. But that's because of the Omegas. The Omega's a tricky brand. They have so many issues and special editions. Their retail prices are all over the board. So although it's a brand I also like quite a bit, the problem with Omega is if you buy the wrong piece at the wrong price, you're going to get slaughtered if you ever have to sell it. Okay. Another really good thing about Archieluxury is he was a pathway. You know, he led me to other people that I really enjoy, and I'm glad that I watch, and in some cases, you know and have, you know, some relationship with that's beyond YouTube. And that would be, for example, really the guy who comes to mind in terms of YouTube is Andy Hunter. Archie has played some Andy Hunter videos and sort of done some live, you know, and I listen, they are an on and off again relationship, but I can tell you this. If you watch the Andy Hunter Adrico's channel, and if you don't like him, well, you're probably a dick. Okay, that's not fair, because Andy has like a really big personality and a really strong set of opinions, And not everybody's going to like that, but you know, I ought to know because not everybody's going to like me. I'm a little bit similar in that way. I love Andy Hunter's stuff. And Archie led me to Andy, and on top of it, Andy is like the salt of the earth. If you start a YouTube channel, Andy is there, you know, telling you, okay, here's the editing software. Here's how you do this. Here's how you do that. Here's how you download stuff. Here's how you deal with copyrights. I mean, that could take you years or months to learn. You could make tons of mistakes. I try not to molest Andy too much. But I have asked him the occasional bit of advice, and he just opens, you know, his brain of knowledge to give you anything you want, and that's extraordinary. So, but Paul led me to Andy, so that's a good thing. John Suckahorn, Suckahorn Scenario. He is another really fun character, but a knowledgeable guy, a gentleman's gentleman, another Australian. So you should look him up too. You know, I wasn't sure how I felt about you, John, but the more I watched you, the more I listened, the more hooked I got. So I'm really sorry that I'm really sorry that I used to call you the Crypt Keeper. Okay, please forgive me. I enjoy your stuff, and I'm glad you comment on my videos once in a while, and I do on yours. And I'm really glad you're in the YouTube world. And John, I know you're a big Archie guy. That's fine. I don't want Archie to disappear. I just can't handle him anymore. Now, I'm going to tell you that.